All right, guys. Good morning, and welcome everybody. Thank you all for your patience and for tuning in. I do see here, real quick. I'm just loading up a few things. For you guys real quick, and also I'm having a little bit of trouble with my live chat as well. So I'm gonna have to hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna have to do something to check out the live stream on my phone. Bear with me one moment, guys. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. This was a little bit last minute because, as you do know, the news in the live stream, what just happened, the news that happened with Castellum CTM is very recent. So while I get some things loaded up and set up, what I'm going to do is, first off, let's talk about real quick what happened this morning. Just a brief summary. CTM investors, everybody in the Discord and everybody was pretty happy. Investors, they were pretty ecstatic to see not necessarily the news development that did come up, but they were very happy with the price action that followed, because investors, especially in the Discord community, they already knew about this right here with the Castellum subsidiary with SSI winning the $4 million US Navy contract. All the investors in the Discord, if you're not a part of it, just check out the link below, because that is attached in this live stream in the details in the description below. But again, we were happy with the price action that followed, and so we're going to be breaking down exactly why it is that the market did react in such a positive way. It had a 10% gain on the day, well, not on the day, but in the pre-market session. And as of right now, let me see if I can pull up my, sorry guys, my Thinkorswim is taking just a little bit, but let's see what Prophecy says. So CTM, we're currently at the 75 cent level right now in the market open. So we're still green on the day, and we're yet to see exactly how the entire day plays out, whether if we actually do hold, or if we even continue to the upside after the good news and after the positive price action, or if we have another day like we did last week where we had a very bullish parabolic day and then we fizzle out and we dip down on the rest of the day. So, and also real quick, there are specific investors that are viewing this differently, because some people don't even really care that much that with the news regarding the $4 million subsidiary, the $4 million contract that the subsidiary SSI did win. Some people aren't really caring too much about it, and others are very bullish and are just happy that there's good news in the market overall for CTM. Now, regarding the $4 million subsidiary, or the $4 million contract that SSI won, I do want to break down a few things on some key details, going over what it is that Glenn Ives said that is very good and could be very beneficial for the company long term, and why it is the market reacted. So first and foremost, what Castellum did state here, again, when you do click on the link, Castellum stated that its wholly owned subsidiary, Specialty Systems Incorporated, or SSI for short, it has been awarded a $4 million US Navy contract, and ADMACS stands for Aircraft Data Management and Control System. Man, this is really annoying with my live chat. If you guys are commenting in the live chat, I'm sorry, I can't see it on my end. But in simple terms, what this software does, this is software infrastructure that helps support military aviation operations. And this isn't some commercial software project. This is directly tied to readiness of the United States Navy. And specifically why the contract matters in the first place is because what SSI will do is they will serve as lead system integrator on this project. And according to the release right here, released by Castellum, the responsibilities that are included is regarding technical planning, software modernization, automated testing, DevSecOps integration, technical documentation, and delivery of modernization artifacts. Now, where the story becomes interesting, and again, I'm just breaking down this with you right now because, again, I'm just reading over what was stated in the announcement because it just came out not too long ago. the story becomes more interesting because this isn't just some type of low value staffing work. This is software modernization work at play. And this is also system integrations work. And this, another way to describe it is as mission critical technology work supporting as the Department of Defense. And these are exactly the type of capabilities that Castellum has been emphasizing as it continues building out its cybersecurity and defense technology portfolio. And also, guys, let me know in the chat if you guys are having any issues. Let me see right here. Yeah, let me know in the chat if there are any issues regarding the audio quality or with the live chat, because again, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is towards here, Glenn Ives, he made a statement regarding this contract win for SSI. And what Glenn Ives said, because what I think is what could be some of the most important shareholder takeaways that can be found in this article. What Glenn stated is that ADMACS is another vital warfighter mission requirement that has been awarded and entrusted to CTM because of their world-class professionals who know better than anyone how to leverage leading-edge technology to enhance readiness and capabilities for our mission customers. And what management, Glenn specifically, what Glenn and management is specifically trying to say is here, what he's trying to say here is that CTM continues earning trust on important national security programs. And this isn't just a generic IT project. ADMACS directly supports aircraft carriers and naval aviation operations. And when the Navy, the United States Navy, is selecting contractors to work on systems that support mission readiness and flight operations, that is a significant responsibility that they are entrusted with. And the second thing that also stood out to me was when Glenn said that this award, let me see if I can find it. Glenn specifically said, yeah, where was it in the article right here? Here, this would be an easy way to go about it. This award, yeah, right here. So this award reflects, yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, where he said this award reflects SSI's longstanding commitment to supporting the United States Navy's most critical aviation systems and their ability to modernize complex legacy applications without disrupting operational readiness, said Bob Swingen, Vice President of NAWCAD. Now, that's important because this contract, it also does show that it involves software modernization, DevSecOps integration, and automized testing and system integration. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm breaking this down with you live in real time. And I just wanted to cover this at market open, especially with all the volatility. In fact, let's actually check to see what's going on. So we're currently on the day. So yeah, we did break down just a little bit at what price target is this? We're at 70. We were as high as 81 cents in the pre-market session, and in the actual daytime session, we were up 76 cents on the day, and we're currently down 74 cents. How much of a percent difference is that right now? Let me see. So according to this, right now in my Robinhood portfolio with CTM, yeah, we did have, it does appear that we may be having a repeat performance. Well, even though we're up 2.5% on the day right here, as it does say, let's see if we can actually maintain a green day and we can actually close the day green overall. Let me know in the comments also in the live chat, do you guys think we're going to fizzle out, and do you think we're going to end the day red, or are we going to continue upwards or at least hold at these levels? Me personally, because it wasn't as parabolic as a move as the move that happened last week, where we on June 15th, where we went all the way up to $1.32. Oh wait, no, we were up in the pre-market. Hold on, I gotta show it in the pre-market session. Show extend here. 1 second, guys. I'll show it to you real quick because last week on the 15th, we went up as much all the way up to $1.32 in the pre-market session. And then Heavy selling followed right after. So as you can see here, even though the market did react in a positive way, going up as much as almost 82 cents in the pre-market this morning, so far we are fizzling out just a little bit. We're still up green on the day at 2.5%, and it's not the same type of price action that was unfolding last week. I think we're going to close the day green, but hopefully, especially towards the end of the session during power hour, hopefully we will see us continue to the upward direction at the current day highs at the moment. So let's see here. Another development that I wanted to cover on briefly. Again, we're just covering today. All we're going to be covering is recent developments that happened with Castellum and just touching up on what happened today, because overall I want your opinion as well in the live chat. What do you guys think about Oh, okay. So live stream is lagging hard. Audio is good. Sorry about that, man. I think the reason that the live stream is lagging right now is due to the fact that I don't know why, because on my end on the YouTube studio, when I make a live stream, especially last minute, these technical difficulties do tend to happen. So let me see if I can try to fix this. 1 second, guys. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties, but thanks for letting me know, Bird Unit. But another development, and what's also interesting, is the fact that we're going to see Glenn. He's going to, and this could also be the potential for another catalyst, whether if it's a major catalyst or a minor catalyst. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter, because what I think matters the most is the fact that, one, we get more PR for the company, and that we stack catalysts on top of each other, whether if it's minor or major, because the more data points that get stacked on top of each other and the more good news that people see for the company, and it's consistently coming out, I think that's what's going to matter in the long run for Castellum CTM. And speaking on something that was said, or another another article that came out yesterday on Castellum's website, was this headline right here, talking about how Castellum is to present at Maxim Group's Defense Tech and Domestic Supply Chain, and it's a virtual conference that is actually taking place tomorrow. And the person that will be presenting will be none other than the CEO, Glenn Ives. And Glenn Ives will be presenting tomorrow, and the time that he will be presenting is at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what this does for us as investors is this can create another potential catalyst, because management, what they have the opportunity to do is to discuss Castellum's strategy, its recent contract wins, acquisitions, their defense technology initiatives, and future opportunities directly with investors. Now, these are all good things for the company, and basically there's not too much more I can highlight, because again, right now we need to see, well, I don't know if this is an event that you can join virtually, or if this is just going to be something private with them. If it's something private or not, regardless, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more news regarding this in the future. So again, we'll just have to wait and see for any more updates regarding what happens at the Maxim Group Defense Tech. And I also will be looking to see if there's any way to join virtually and just listen in. I'll see if that's a potential. Oh no, this is a one-on-one fireside chat. So yeah, this won't be, nobody else will be included in the virtual event, but I'm pretty sure they're going to discuss, whether if it's right after or a few days or a few weeks down the line, I'm pretty sure they will be discussing some key highlights from what happens on the one-on-one chat with them. And going back again, because why the news today, why there was not just a bullish outlook or some bullish price action that happened, is because this isn't the only development that, well, Castellum announced it, but this isn't the only development that us in the Discord community are aware of, because as we do know, the creator of the Castellum CTM server, he stated, and he made some due diligence with some findings that he found regarding the subsidiary Corvus, not SSI, but the other subsidiary they have with Corvus. They acquired this company as well, and it's highlighting a relationship, a foundational relationship that they've been building with none other than Paratone Labs. And Paratone Labs is a multi-billion-dollar national security. To be exact, it's a $7 billion national security company. and they're operating across numerous things such as defense intelligence, cyber, and electronic programs. Good morning to you, Mohammed. Good morning. If you see any lag in the live stream, my bad. I think it's just a little bit of a last minute adjustment, and YouTube kind of does this to me whenever I make last minute live streams. So, anyways, according to the publicly available information from the research that at MOUNWP made, or otherwise known as Mo, um, according to the data, many investors have been discussing recently that Corvus has received multiple funding tranches under the Army Cyber Command contract, and some of these tranches are all in the tens of millions of dollars in the value of tens of millions of dollars. Specifically, I'll go over all the the values of each of these tranches. The first one was for $18.1 million. The next one it followed was $20 million in July. The third tranche was for $21.3 million in September. Fourth tranche was valued at $22.3 million in December. And last, the fifth tranche was awarded to Corvus on March 30th. And all of these tranches add up to a value of $103 million in obligated tranches across 5 consecutive quarters. So this is showing back to back to back to back quarters that they're being awarded these tranches, and there's still $28.9 million ceiling remaining. So they still owe them that, and that's the ceiling that's remaining right now. So what this suggests is that customers continue funding the work and continuing to utilize Corvus's capabilities because they see real world value in the actual the products and the services that Corvus provides. And for a big company like Peritone to be developing a relationship with Corvus, which is the subsidiary for Castellum CTM, this isn't something that you're going to see in mainstream media. This is the type of publicly available information that you need to do your own due diligence and do thorough research on to find. The thing is, the information is out there, but you got to be the one that's able to find it. And once you do, and even though that this isn't necessarily something like a big headline where you see $100 million contract awarded to Castellum or $200 million, or they actually acquired a company, something along those headlines. This is something more behind the scenes showing that Castellum CTM is expanding. And these are still good bullish data points for the company, and this will help develop the company long term in a positive direction. And real quick, not just talking about what the actual due diligence is and what at MOUNWP put in the due diligence, actually talking about how investors processed it, what they thought, and their sentiment overall regarding this due diligence is the reason that we care as investors is because many shareholders view this as evidence that Corvus possesses specialized expertise that remains in demand. And the areas that they have a specific niche in that they have a high demand for is involving electronic warfare, spectrum operations, cybersecurity, Department of Defense modernization, and electromagnetic spectrum management. So when you connect everything together, guys, and you step back and you look at the bigger picture for this, you have many things that you see. You got a lot of boxes that are getting checked back to back. You have a lot of boxes that are being checked. A few of those things that I'm trying to say is you got Navy modernization contracts, cybersecurity work, DevSecOps work, electronic warfare exposure, Corvus integration, and Corvus is doing a really good job, Department of Defense relationships, upcoming investor conference presentations, which is happening tomorrow, which I do like to see that they're actually taking the initiative and they're not waiting for things weeks on now in the future, in the long-term future. They're trying to have these meetings and they're trying to have these PRs. They're trying to have these meetings as soon as possible. They're trying to get as much PR as possible. And I think that the equity group is doing a good job with showing Castellum the right way to go about it to get the most eyes on Castellum CTM right now. And also, another thing that you have to realize is with everything we've discussed right now, you see that management is targeting continued organic growth, which is good because, as you know, organic growth has always been improving quarter over quarter and year over year for Castellum, especially what we saw in all the recent quarters and recent developments from the fiscal year of 2025. And even though none of these guarantee future shareholder returns, because again, quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice, and you never know exactly what's going to happen in any stock in the stock market. Even though that nothing is guaranteed, because as me and you both know, the company still needs to execute. They still need to grow revenue. They still need to improve profitability. And overall, the story is becoming easier to see, to understand that we're in a much better position than we were 6 months ago. And when you put all the pieces together, you're going to see exactly how it is that Castellum CTM has been expanding. And personally, my takeaway regarding this is I don't think investors right now are buying CTM solely because of the $4 million the Navy subsidiary SSI, that the contract that the subsidiary SSI was awarded for $4 million. What I personally think, and honestly, it's not even what I think, it's just pretty clear because this one contract made no difference with the current shareholders in Castellum CTM that are already bullish for the company long term. That's not the case. It's more about the fact that this is another stack to the PR to add long term for the company as they continue to grow, more PR, good quarterly, eventually a contract, an acquisition, slowly and steadily, slowly and steadily. That's what the investors and shareholders of Castellum CTM are thinking. Now, in the live chat, guys, in the live chat, let me know exactly what it is you think about the $4 million contract. Were you very happy to see it? Do you think that this was kind of just eh? In my opinion, I don't view it as eh, but I view it more as like, we already knew that this was happening. Us in the Discord community knew about the news, and now the rest of the market is starting to catch on because not everybody and not all shareholders are in the Discord community. And speaking of the Discord community, please check out the link below if you do want to join, because we are ahead of the curve when it comes to due diligence. So let's just take a quick look at other stocks real quick, because why not? We already covered everything with CTM there is to cover. Just curious to see what's going on with SpaceX. Is there any other stocks you guys want me to cover? Oh, so SpaceX has. So yeah, I can only assume that lots of people in SpaceX that bought SpaceX are a little bit worried. How about the rest of the space market? Planet Labs. Let's see. Planet Labs, they're down. Is the rest of the space market down as well? Let's see. Let's see. Planet Labs. How about Rocket Lab? Nothing else. Nah, not really. Yeah, I mean, we're down. Nothing else is green. How about Redwire? Oh, trying to type in Redwire. Redwire is also down. There's probably not going to be any space stocks that are down. Or, I mean, there's not going to be any space stocks that are up right now. Lunar. Yeah, so the whole entire space sector is down right now. Yeah. Yeah. So again, I'm open for Q&A right now. We already discussed everything with CTM. And again, if there's anything, I may have came off a little bit rambly, especially in the beginning, even though I was aware of the news that came out. Again, I was just trying to do my best for this last minute stream because, to be honest, this was the most last minute stream I've ever done. Let me see. Yeah, I appreciate you, Bird Unit. Thank you. And thanks for staying in the chat and the live stream, even though I know that the stream was lagging just a little bit, so my bad, man. But it is good news, and I'm going to do my best to keep covering it. Anybody worried about Big Bear AI and dilution concerns? Because did all of y'all check out that video with BBAI? It was actually my best video so far, and here, why not? I want to give you guys a shout out. So for Big Bear AI, let me know if any of you are shareholders of Big Bear AI. I wouldn't be surprised because there's lots of people that are shareholders of the stock. Let's see. So, oh, that is not the channel that I wanted to have. Let's see here. So, there we go. InvestQ. There we go. So, first off, shout out to hitting the first milestone of 500 subs. Thank you all for being valuable members in the InvestQ community. And again, soon I'm doing my best to try to hit 1,000 subs within a 1 to 2 month range. 1 to 3 months, give or take. If I can, 1 to 2 months. But without going on too much of a rant or a tangent, this video that I put out for Big Bear AI was my most popular video ever, my best performing video right now. And it's regarding what happened with the annual shareholder meeting. The annual shareholder meeting last week. I did a live stream covering it, and it was talking about how the company approved, or shareholders approved, in the ballot for an additional 500 million authorized shares. They didn't issue the shares immediately, but right now there's a total of 1 billion shares authorized right now for the company. And there's lots of concerns regarding dilution, and if they do dilute their company, are they going to actually, is management going to actually add value to the shareholders, or are they going to mismanage any additional funding, and the share price remains the same, and shareholders get screwed over because they have a smaller ownership percentage? So let me know if any of you guys are worried about that as well. And I pretty much already did a live covering everything I needed for Castellum CTM. Anybody else in the live chat? Anybody got any requests of what they want to see? I'm open to Q&A again, guys, and I just want to cover. I want to keep this open for as long as possible. I like trying to get more repetitions with not pre-market analysis, but doing a live stream in the opening hours of the day. I like to do that. Again, it's a little bit different than what I typically do with my format in the afternoon. So yeah. Yeah. So again, BBRI, we're down 2.5% on the day. Oh, and also, last thing that I want to go over with you guys, Castellum, or not Castellum CTM, but Micron. Let me see if I can find it. Micron is going to have their I think it's Q3, isn't it? Micron earnings today. Which quarterly earning is Micron today? I think it's Q3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong. Let me see. Yeah, it's Q3. I was right. So Micron has their Q3, their earnings report coming out today for the Q3. And let me see here. So again, if you guys are interested, I'm going to be having my own little breakdown of what to look out for before the quarterly report comes out. I'm going to be covering the immediate price action that follows after the earnings release is out. And then I'm going to, I'm going to have the earnings call up. I'm going to be listening into that live. And then I'm going to be doing a summary afterwards covering exactly what this means for the company and what it is you guys should be looking out for the future, for the upcoming developments in the quarter and the next quarters and the following quarters to come, basically. So again, if you are interested, feel free to join me. That will be at 4:00 p.m. live. And yeah, so with that being said, guys, David over here at InvestQ. Thank you all for tuning. Well, actually, I'm starting to get more people joining in the live stream. So again, I actually don't want to end the live stream now because again, I'm seeing more people joining. Huh. So I'll open this up for a few more minutes if anybody else has any questions, anything that they want covered. I'll just open this up for a little bit more. And let's take a look at a few more stocks. In fact, let's take a look at a few more stocks with the Prophecy AI app. So right now, CTM Claude is the AI software being used right here. It has a bullish 1-year projection for a gain of 28% in the following year with a price target of 95 cents. Yeah, what else? I think a lot of these stocks right now, especially because the overall macroeconomics with how everything is down, everything has been down with all the panic and fear and all the news and how the war has affected the market. So I'm not surprised that a lot of things would be bullish in the upcoming year, as right now everything has been down for quite some time. And also, what I want to let you guys know is I'm very happy with the growth I'm seeing in my online community. Again, it is free of charge, completely free of charge. Again, we're creeping closer and closer to getting to my first 100 members. And even though I am a affiliate for Prophecy AI and I represent Will Rich's company, I do like to see the fact that I actually get people that join in on their own and come through my website, through my links, and through my platform. I like to see that a lot because it shows that you guys are involved. You guys feel that I add value to you in your investing journey, and you guys do feel as if you guys trust me with the information I'm giving out. And I want to give you guys the best information that you need for your investing journey. And I always want to be corrected whenever I'm wrong. So please let me know if I ever make any mistakes or anything I miss in the comment sections. I'm always happy for criticism, whether positive or negative. And also, we've made lots of developments in my website. Again, I added a lot new tabs. Again, you can feel free to journal any trades that you've had. You can talk about wins you've had in the market. You can talk about anything regarding news catalysts, trading psychology, and yeah, there's plenty of things to talk about in the tabs. We even have a little bit of off topic tabs that you can talk about regarding discipline and self improvement, or off topic lounge right here. And last but not least, I do want to let you know that if you guys ever want access to Prophecy AI, in the chat, in the description below, the second link, it gives you the option to try out Prophecy for the $7 7-day trial. No pressure and no risk at all. Again, you can, if you do find value in it, you can stay on afterwards. But if you do wish to just only trial for the $7 7-day trial, just try it out and you can just cancel the subscription, the membership afterwards. No pressure. But yeah, I really do loving this doing this with you guys. I really do love having all of you in the chat. I love all the support I get from you. I'm glad I was able to break down CTM and the news developments that came out today. But with that being said, there's nothing else to talk about. So stay safe, guys. David Figueroa over here at InvestQ. I love you guys for tuning in. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Again, tune in tonight for the live stream.